final presentation today is turning once more to Imru'al-Qays. I will follow the same pattern as before, which is to read the English first and then the Arabic. And the question is, where did we leave our poet? We left him brokenhearted, shedding tears. After this, we have a very famous passage in this poem where the poet describes a girl that he is trying to seduce, who is delicate, of pale skin, very pure and innocent, very fragile, and a protected maiden from a very powerful tribe. And so he describes her metaphorically as the egg of the women's quarters, many an egg of the curtained quarters, whose tent none dares to seek. I took my pleasure with her, unhurried. I stole past guards to get to her, past clansmen, eager could they conceal it, to slay me. When the Pleiades were spread out across the sky, like a sash's spread out pleats, alternating gold and gems, I came when she, before the tent curtain, had shed her clothes for sleep, and was clad in nothing but an untied shift. She said, God's oath, there's no way to dissuade you, and I don't see the veil of your error lifted. I led her forth from the tent, walking as she trailed over our tracks, the train of a gown of figured silk, the train of a gown of figured silk. Then, when we had crossed the clan's enclosure and made our way to a sandy hollow, surrounded by long winding dunes, I drew her temples toward me, and she leaned over me with hollow waist, but plump the place that anklets ring. وبيضة خضر لا يرام خباؤها تمتعت من لهو بها غير معجل تجاوزت أحراسا إليها ومعشرا علي حراسا لو يسرون مقتلي إذا ما ثرايا في السماء تعرض الأثناء الربشاح المفصل فجأت وقد ندت لنوم ثيابها لدى ستري إلا لبسة المتفضل فقال يمين الله ما لك حيلة وما إن أرى عنك الغواية تنجلي خرجت بها أمشي تجر وراءنا على أثرينا ذيل مرت مرحل فلما أجزنا ساحة الحي وانحنى بنا بطن خبت ذي خقاف أقنقل حصرت بفودي رأسها فتمايلت علي عظيم الكشف ري المخلخل حصرت بفودي رأسها وتمايلت علي عظيم الكشف ري المخلخل. The remaining section that I'll read tonight is the conclusion of the erotic introduction of Imru'al-Qays' allaqah, and this consists primarily of his extended description of his beloved, and finally concludes once again with his despair over these many love affairs that he has had. I'll read the English verse once more. Slender-waisted, white, not flabby, her collarbone shone like a polished mirror. Now hiding, now bearing a cheek long and wide, she guards herself with the glance of a wild doe at Wajra with fawn, and a neck like the neck of the white antelope, not overly long when she raises it, nor lacking ornament. A head of hair, jet black, adorns her back, luxuriant as a bunch of palm dates on a cluster laden. Some of its locks are secured on top, while others stray between the braided and the loose. A waist delicate, like a twisted bowstring, trim, a lower leg like a papyrus ring, well-watered, tender. In the forenoon, crumbs of musk still deck her bed, and she, late morning sleeper, is still clad in sleeping gown, unmelted. She grasps with fingers soft, uncalloused, as if they were the worms of Zepi, or the supple toothsticks of the ishel tree. When night falls, she lights up the dark as if she were a lamp in the night cell of a monk. At one like her, the staid man gazes with ardor when she stands in her full stature between woman's gown and maiden's shift. Like the first in violet bloom, white mixed with yellow, nurtured on water, limpid and unmuddied by alighting travelers. Grown men find consolation from the follies of their youth, but my heart refuses solace for its love for you. Grown men find consolation from the follies of their youth, but my heart refuses solace for its love for you. محفظة بيضاء غير مفاضة ترائبها مسقولة كسجنجل تصد وتبدي عن أسيل وتتقي بناظرة من وحش وجرة مثفل وجيد كجيد الرأم ليس بفاحش إذا هي نصته ولا متعتل وفرع يزين المتن أسود فاحم عثيث كقنو النخلة المتأكل غدائره مستنزرات إلى العلا تذل الإقاس في مثنى ومرسل وكشح لطيف كالجديل مخصر وساق كأنبوب السقي المذلل وتضحي فتيت المسق فوق فراشها نؤوم الضحى لم تنطلق عن تفضلي وتعتو برقص غير شتم كأنه أساريع كأنه وتعتو برقص غير شتم كأنه أساريع ظبي أو مساويك اسحلي تضيء الظلام بالعشاء كأنها منارة ممس راهب متبتل إلى مثلها يرنو الحليم صبابة إذا ما استقرت بين درء ومجول كبكر المقناة البياض بصفرة غذاها نمير الماء غير محلل تسلط عميات الرجال عن الصبا وليس فؤادي عن هواك بمنسل تسلط عميات الرجال عن الصبا وليس فؤادي عن هواك بمنسل. وشكرا.